The ravens gather come to feast on sovereigns great down to the least. They taste the same as souls released, if serve or king or knight or priest. Then we croon as sharp and cold, as tried and true as it is old. Come join the tune if you be bold. We sing a song of blood and gold. 'Tis no occasion for the frail. Piss not your pants and never wail. Think on the wenches, coin and ale, that wait for those who tell the tale. The ravens gather come to feast on sovereigns great down to the least. They taste the same as souls released, if serve or king or knight or priest. And if your bowels they do impale, should your blood run and leave you pale, enjoy that last breath you inhale, for nevermore shall you travail. The hymn we croon is sharp and cold, as tried and true as it is old. Come join the tune if you be bold. We sing a song of blood and gold. The ravens gather come to feast on sovereigns great down to the least. They taste the same as souls released, if serve or king or knight or priest.
And hey, everybody, welcome to episode 7 of Ravens Gather, The Road to Camelot. The boys have finally wrapped up to the trouble in Bramble Hollow and slain the alleged werewolf, according to their new leader, Francesco. The man still has his doubts. And okay, so you guys have spent the last day picking up your gear, gathering food. You now have a sizable force with you. You have about 100 men of arms and about a dozen camp followers who are going to be coming with you, including many of the townsfolk who are basically looking to abandon this place after everything that's happened. You know, the mayor and his wife were killed. About half the town is dead. The farms are all burned, and people have decided it's time to pick up and move on. And let's go with these guys because they have pointy sticks. Okay, so we'll say you guys returned uh, the now dead lord's gear to the old castle. There was no sign of Lady Beatrice's ghost, but you did find on the altar written in dust, "Thank you." And you're now basically at the gates of Bramble Hollow, ready to make your way to Camelot. You sent Captain Merrick and about a half dozen guys a couple days ahead of you. And looking at our map here, expand that a bit. You guys, if you go from Stonehenge and Wittenchester, like catty corner at a right angle, you are just at the base of that river that's coming on from the east of the map.
Base of okay.
Okay. Are
The
we going?
the shortest road would be the Wittenchester Road to the north.
All right. So
How far away is the Winchester Road?
It's about 5 miles down the road from where you are. If you follow the westerly road past the old castle, it's about 5 miles further. Then it turns north and south.
oh,
And that'll bring you right about to here. I don't know
that's
if you can see my cursor.
I can't see your cursor.
Okay, well, it'll bring you just south of the small town to the east of Winchester and north of Stonehenge.
So we're at the town gates, correct?
Yes, you're all packed up. The guys are in formation, and everyone's ready to move out. They're just waiting on the horn.
All right. I'm
I
having
wanted-
my. Mhm.
How much supplies do we have for everyone and the horses?
You have about a week's worth of supplies. It'll take you probably 2 to 3 days to get to Camelot, just depending on how things go along the road.
All right, guys. This is the final call. We are to move right now, and may God be with us on this trip. And
Amen to that.
Okay, and the horsemen blow the horns, and you guys start marching out. The remaining citizens who are staying behind in Bramble Hollow are all gathered up outside the wall, waving goodbye. And the journey begins. The first day, you get about halfway to Winchester, and things are going pretty smoothly. It's a bit of a rough start because a lot of these guys are newly trained. They're new soldiers. They've only had the combat training you guys gave them while you were putting together your militia, so they're not totally proficient at marching, and they don't quite have the endurance of full soldiers yet. But everybody's enthusiastic, looking to get on. And the next morning, you head out with the sun, and you spend another day. And as the sun is going down, everybody's getting tired. Quartermaster Quint comes up to see you, Sir Francesco.
see.
My lord, the men seem quite tired, and we are very close to the Copper Dragon, a very large and famous inn along the road. It's got quite a few diversions that might be good for morale if we stop there for a day.
Yes, I agree. But we are on schedule, and we are soldiers. We are not on a trip.
Of course, sir, of course.
But these men are new, and it is kind of important not to bring on them too many hardship all at once. So yes, I agree. We should go there, establish connections, and use this as what you would call a public relations attempt.
Oh, excellent, sir. Excellent, excellent. We should be there in just an hour or two. It's just down the road, past the woods. And you guys get moving. Oh, sorry.
Have any of us ever been to this place?
Probably you've probably all been through it. Maybe stayed there once or twice. This is the grounds here.
I try to remember memories I have of this place and see what comes to my mind.
Yeah, it's a very well known inn. It's a very large. It's well stocked, and a small mini town is set up around it. There's like a casino. There's a brothel. There's a bathhouse. There's some stores there. They have a racetrack. They have regular horse races there. They rent private bungalows to hunters, to like the big name noble hunters who come through there sometimes. There is a fighting arena, which is quasi legal. Boxing matches are fine, although they are known to occasionally have more serious fights, and a lot of people come there to duel. It's a pretty famous inn. It's almost like a resort, and there's good fishing and a pond nearby.
I look at the group and say, man, we are going there, and there is a good chance we might be able to recruit or consolidate our relations with the people there. So be on your best behavior, look for opportunities, do not embarrass the troop, do not embarrass the company, and advise your men to do the same. Think of this as like a meet and greet, like a dance, where you would find a pretty girl, but here you want to fight a rich man to support our company.
Giuliani is such a stick in the mud, but he is very orderly. I got to give him that.
It's a job.
It's a job. Professional soldier.
Okay, so you guys come up from the south. There's a big wooded stretch, and then you see there's a clearing off to the east, and you see the buildings to the south. The inn itself is very large. It's about 120 feet across. It's 3 stories. It's very well maintained. You see a couple people milling around by the road. They're gathered in little clusters talking. They seem somewhat agitated.
I wonder why. Several hundred people just showed up.
Yeah,
No, that's normal here.
they're accustomed to soldiers coming through, and a lot of people start clearing out when they see you guys coming. Now, Cormac, you have arrived here. You've been offered a sizable reward to find out why some young women have gone missing, who are all known to have stayed at this inn within the last month. Mostly they were peasant girls. There was one nobleman's daughter who was taken, however, and he is offering a sizable amount of money to anyone who can recover her or at least find out what befell her. You've just arrived, coming from the north, and you see this large troop of soldiers coming down the road. They're starting to disperse. Most of the guys are going to go camp just behind the inn in that big field, and a lot of them are making right for the casino and the brothel. Well, guys are
Wedding's
setting.
already at the casino.
Yeah.
He was the first one there.
You recognize their banner. It's the Red Ravens. They're a very famous mercenary army that serves the king of Camelot. It serves the Pendragon family. And you see a knight up front dispersing his men.
You don't need, the good thing about being a commander that's Italian is you don't need to hear him because his hands do most of the talking for him.
What do you call an Italian with his hands behind his back? A
Mute.
So Cormac, you arrive. You see these soldiers showing up. You just got here, and all you know is that all these girls had been through here within a day or two of disappearing.
Melkor had a question.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I was just going to say I would be staying outside of town at first for now with my animals in the wood lines and also scouting the wood line for any banditry or anything like that.
Oh, okay. Yep. It's fairly dense woods, lots of deer, lots of boar, but no sign of trouble.
Okay. I'm a pig, so I'm not just going to walk into town.
Yeah. So are you going to set up camp out there? Or?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Boyden, we know, is at the casino already. Just makes a beeline as soon as they turn to town. Brother Ainsley, what will you be doing?
First thing he'll be doing is checking on our wounded to see how they've managed during the trip.
Yeah, most of them are fairly recovered now. A couple of people have some bones that are still setting, but everyone's in good shape.
All right.
They're being taken off to the inn.
Okay. And a good. Okay. Also, Brother Ainsley would like to approach Khan.
Before that, I just want to know what Oshin is doing.
Oshin, well, that would be up to you, but I imagine he'd probably be right for the going right for the booze or the women.
Definitely the bar.
So he'll be heading off to the inn. Okay, now what is Sir Francesco doing?
Wait, Brother Ainsley wanted to do something.
Oh, okay, sorry. Go on.
Yeah. Approaching the executioner, Melkor's character, I would be surprised if you found any solace inside of the Copper Dragon Inn. But I would also be amiss if I did not at least welcome you to some of its pleasures. May I bring you something to eat or drink from there? Or your animals?
Maybe later. Maybe later you will probably find me around the lake.
I will seek for you around the lake in a short time. But first, I simply wanted to make certain that you were at as well home as you can be given the situation.
That's why I will probably either be at the lake or the woodline.
I will seek for you.
Town people usually do not take well to me at first.
That is because they do not know you. With that, he bows and makes his way to enjoy the first town that isn't surrounded by bandits or wolves in the longest time. Since they left Camelot.
Okay. Cormac, Okay, so you see these large this force, probably about 120 people or so, dispersing around the area, setting up camps. And this inn is the only lead you have on the missing girls.
Cormac will stand and watch for a little while, watch people disperse, and he'll approach someone, not who looks in charge, and he'll try to engage them in conversation.
One of the soldiers?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. There's a couple of guys standing outside the inn. What can we do for you, sir?
Top of the misery to you, friend. You've been you coming or going? You've been here long.
Oh, we're new recruits to the Ravens. We're on our way to Camelot to report into the king himself.
Yes.
We're stopping for the night here.
How long have you been in town? You just coming?
Oh, we just arrived. We've come from Bramble Hollow to the west. Bad business there. Bad business. Bandit attacks. Town mostly destroyed, and rumors of some very unnatural things as well.
Bandits, you say? That's unnerving. Well, good thing the Ravens are here to take care of that, aren't they?
Aye, fine lads. We're glad to be counted among them. I was tired of farming anyway. And not that it was really my decision anymore. They burnt my farm. But
Well,
when God burns down one farm, he opens a window or something like that.
well, you replace the mud under your fingernails with blood. What a funner way to live a life, hey? And he'll
Either
pack
one.
you in the back and he's gonna walk into the inn.
Okay. I see mostly soldiers, mostly the officers so far. These soldiers are mainly involved in making camp out behind the inn. You see, the first person you meet is Joffrey, the owner of the inn. Hail, sir, what can I do for you?
Just a pint of your finest bitter, or whatever you may have.
Absolutely. Beatrice, he calls to an old woman behind the bar. A pint of ale for our new guest.
And then
he goes and he scurries off to scold one of the soldiers who has pinched the ass of one of the girls.
That's a little good one, Frank.
And then backs off when he sees that she's like quite thoroughly slapping the shit out of him all on her own and decides what to do with it.
Yeah, he'll wait for his drink, and then he'll find a quiet spot just to observe what these soldiers are doing.
Okay, there's about 6 serving girls here. There's one huge guy.
There you go, one eye.
Who's standing off to between the 2 main doors, just his arms crossed. He's got a big club and a giant dagger on his side. He looks like he's the bouncer. He's just kind of like watching everybody. He saw the confrontation between the soldier and the girl, and looked like he was going to intervene, and looked like he wanted nothing to do with it either. Then there is Beatrice, who runs the bar proper, and the various lovely serving girls.
Aye.
It's getting lively in here. There were a couple people who were in here already, often on a table by themselves. They look like locals. They all seem kind of hunched over. They're looking very suspiciously at the soldiers.
Well,
Cormac will make his way over to the ruffian-looking bouncer
Okay.
after the drink.
Hey, who let Bear in here? Best protected place in the whole land.
Boy, my good man, lots of soldiers coming in today.
Yeah, we get troops coming through here in a while. We haven't had the Ravens come by in quite some time. They look a little thinned. I'm kind of curious what happened out there.
Oh,
Much
well,
bigger force from what I heard.
well, one of the recruits was telling me the same old wolves fighting bandits and whatnot out in the fields. Happens. You pick up the sword, you're gonna lose some. That's how it goes.
I wouldn't expect bandits to have done such a number on a force the size of the Ravens. It seems like there's hardly any of them left, although I suppose they could be an advance party. What brings you here? You're an Irishman, I see.
I've been in your fire in Ireland for a while, but I guess have not lost my brogue. You come, you go, you get kicked out of your land. You get in a fight, you lose an eye, you kill somebody, you gotta go, right?
I've been there. I know it. Yeah, well, it's good to they're having some business. Things have been quiet around here the last couple of weeks. Trouble.
Trouble, you say? What kind of trouble?
Some ladies have gone missing after having stayed here. Mostly peasant girls. They were lord's daughter.
Really? You don't say. How long were they here?
Most of them were all within the last 2 weeks. The lord's daughter was the last of them.
Oh.
Was she here long before she disappeared? With either through the nefarious means or finding a fine young stout man? You know how those lords ladies are, always looking for action, looking for some excitement.
She seemed to stay mostly to herself. She had her ladies in waiting with her. There was she was making big eyes at Lord Ranulph. I don't think anything came of it. He left. Lord Ranulph. He has a small castle just to the north of here. He's a regular here. He likes the horses.
A castle's a castle. That's more than what I have. He's got my boots and my sword. How long was she here before she disappeared, you would just say?
They were here for 2 days.
2 days.
Yeah, she was on her way to Camelot.
Camelot, I heard it's a silly place. I'm just joking. I don't know.
Never been to the capital myself.
Neither have I. So Cormac will extend his hand and be gentle, big man. And he extends his hand.
He gives you a very firm handshake, not crushing, but enough to let you know he could break every bone in your hand if he really wanted to. And he nods and he goes back to his leaning.
Oh, it's Cormac Mac. Yeah, he's like Cormac MacTurk if you ever need me for something.
Nice. I'm Boars.
Interesting. My father was named obviously by Turk. He was relentless and had a temper, and he would sow as many women as he could. But he was always in a rut. That's why I have so many half brothers and sisters. Kind of why I lost my eye and killed someone. But that's the past. And then Cormac will move along.
His eyebrow kind of raises at that story, but all right.
After he's done talking to him, Osteen comes talking and tells him the exact. Not kidding. Yeah.
Okay, so let's cut to Boyden.
What?
Okay, so Boyden, you are in the casino.
Oh, those dice, Boyden.
There's about it's pretty light in here. There's a couple soldiers in here, but so far that's it.
And what kind of games are being played?
It's mostly dice.
Now, I have a question. Does deft assist in dexterity type things of throwing dice, or is that just gambling?
That would be gaming.
Gaming. Okay.
Yeah. And there is a card game going on in the corner.
All right. Which one has the larger pot?
Most of the dice, they're shooting for copper pieces. But in the corner, there's some people who look pretty well dressed, including one guy in obviously very noble clothing who's got his back to the wall. And he's got a big bag of coins with him, as do the 3 people he's playing with.
Do they serve alcohol at this establishment?
Oh, absolutely.
I'm going to purchase ales for each person at that table, and I'm going to slide on over.
Oh, invite yourself. Ooh.
You just sit down with them?
Yeah.
They all kind of look at you. Then they look at this guy. He kind of shrugs. What is your name?
My name is Boyden. I'm traveling with a retinue. The Ravens. We're on our way to Camelot.
I had heard the Ravens were no more.
What's your name, sir?
I am Lord Ranulph.
Nice to meet you, Lord Randall.
And you, Boyden. So, have you come to chat or play cards?
I'm here to play cards.
4 gold is the buy-in.
What is the equivalent of
That's
silver?
40 silver.
Okay, 40 silver.
So you're going to play around with these guys?
Yes.
Okay, give me 2d6 plus your gaming skill.
If Boyden returns without his pants, I'd like to know where the nearest tailor is.
There actually is one here.
So
Ooh.
that's a 10.
You got a 10?
Yep. Gaming of 2.
Okay. You have a very modest but not terrible hand. One of them drops out. 2 more. Raise it another gold piece, so that'd be 10 more silver.
50
If you want to
total.
stay in.
I'm going to stay in.
Okay, give me one more roll.
Oh,
12.
nice.
You rolled a 12, a natural 12?
No,
No.
modified.
Oh, total 12. Okay,
Yes.
one of the other gentlemen drops out, so now it's just you and Lord Ranulph.
Ooh.
He throws in another gold, so it would now you'd be in another 10 silver.
Okay. I'll throw in another 10. So 16.
You're not cheating, by the way, correct?
What would I roll to cheat?
Okay. Okay. If you want to cheat, it would be against your gambling, but it would also be a skill contest against his perception. Your gambling versus his perception,
And probably the other two.
I'm gonna play straight this time around because I have enough gold to play another round.
Okay.
It's going to be a 9.
A
no.
9.
Yeah, 9.
Okay. That's with the modifier?
That's with the modifier.
Okay. Okay, he throws down his cards. You have won.
Hey!
Barely.
Yay!
And you just picked up 60 silver or
Very
6
nice.
gold. He kind of nods at you and smiles. He goes, you're a lucky man. Very few people are lucky when they go against me.
An hour later, Lord Ranulph leaves without his pants.
Have you ever ridden in the lightning, sir? Lord.
Metallica.
He seems confused. What do you mean?
Pardon myself. Are
What?
you a... Nah. Are you up for another round?
No.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so shall we start the bidding at 50?
Why not?
Okay, so you're in 50 silver. Give me 2d6 plus your gambling.
2d6 plus gambling? Hold on a second.
Okay.
Just trying to keep track of the gold. This gold. And all right, so dice. So I rolled a 7.
7. Not a great hand.
Oof.
Okay, so he throws in 10 more, bringing it up to 60.
I will fold.
Okay, so you wind up breaking even.
I have 1 gold more than I did before.
So, are you done, young Boyden?
Sure, but you could switch to a different person.
I think
meantime.
Leo wanted to go next.
Oh, okay, Leo. Okay, so you're in the bar.
He's
Me?
punching the guy who grabbed the girl's butt. No, I'm kidding.
No. Let's not get woke
I'm
into
kidding.
this.
I'm kidding. Total joke. Total joke.
Francesco goes to the racetrack with his war horse, which is what breed of horse do I have for this?
You had your Corsair with, or no, you had your Destrider with you.
Yeah,
Your heavy war horse.
right. So I'm outside. I gallivant literally into the racetrack with my war horse stripped from armor. Stripped from armor. I'm in. Most of the armor is off, but the underlying layers are still on. I look around to see the crowd in the racetrack.
Yep, that's right nearby. That would be building
15.
number 15. Yes. It's yeah. There's nobody here right now.
Damn it.
They're all
Are there,
Harlot's house.
are there any horses?
No, not out right now. But there's a large stable behind the inn.
Alright, I just go on the racetrack and do a practice run on my horse.
Okay. Yeah, give me a 2d6 plus your riding.
What's my riding? It's supposed to be good, because this is what I do.
Well, you're cavalry. Of course it is.
Yeah, it's 5.
Yeah.
16.
Oh, nice. Do a very nice run. Very solid.
16. Jeez. Whoa. Nice roll.
Okay, feeling good. Good riding safe in case I need it. Always good to practice skill. So I go to the stable, and I find where the horses are hitched.
Okay.
And I look around to see what breed and type and number of horses are there.
There's just a handful. It's mostly the horses you guys brought with you, or being held in there. There is one huge, solid black horse there,
Lord
off
Rock.
in a private stable off at the very end.
Bigger than
It's
a
got-
Corsa?
It's got black leather and gold raiment on it.
And it has a scar down his head, just like its owner. No, I'm kidding.
Bigger than Sforza? My horse?
Oh yes, considerably. This is a monstrously large horse. It's almost unnaturally large.
It was formerly
Thank you,
Lord
dude.
Brock's horse.
I'm gonna roll riding to see what I can tell about this horse.
Okay.
12.
Well, ooh, okay. You do not recognize the breed. It is none you have ever seen before. But it's very solid. It looks flawless. How close do you want to get to it while you're examining it?
Enough not to get kicked in the face.
Okay. As you get closer to it, you're looking it over. It just turns and looks at you. It just stares at you. It's completely motionless. Most of them are kind of like moving around and stuff in the stables. This one is just like standing there, and he just looks at you, and he holds his eyes on you. He's just like, what? You're just glaring at you.
I try to speak Italian to the horse to see if it understands me. I'm like, yeah, what gives? Te pace.
It just keeps staring at you.
How does my horse react to that horse, if at all?
All the other horses seem to be staying away from it. They're like shooting nervous glances at it. They seem a little uneasy around it.
It's a male or female horse.
It's a female horse.
Anyways, I go inside the stables. Is there anybody manning the stables?
There's a couple guys mucking out some of the stables.
Hello.
Yes, my lord. What can we do for you?
This is my horse, Sforza. Brought it all the way from France.
Oh, it's an animal. Yes.
Very nice. Wonderful strider. Can I ask you a question?
Oh, certainly, sir. Whatever we can do for you.
Of course, will you take care of my horse? You know, pamper it a little bit, clean it, groom it. Make
Oh,
sure
absolutely, sir.
the good
Absolutely, sir.
stuff. It doesn't like hay. Don't give it salt. It doesn't react well. Carrot. It loves the carrot.
We only feed the horses here the finest oats, sir.
Carrots are good too. Oats is good, but carrot it likes the most. Excuse me, who is that horse, the big mare over there?
He kind of like looks sideways. He goes, oh, that is Lord Ronald's horse. That makes me uneasy. strange
is.
animal. It doesn't
No.
act. It doesn't act natural.
Horses are like people. They are peculiar. There are types that are like this and types that are like that. But Lord Reynald, who is this individual?
Oh, he owns land to the north of here. No fields. He just mines, copper
He's a
mines.
mine. Copper. Okay. Copper in Italian. Yes, I know what it is. Yes. Well, you know what he might be? I want us to ask him what type of breed of horse this is. My horse is getting old. I would like to replace it.
Oh, beats the hell out of me, sir. Never seen its like before, and I'd be happy if I didn't see another one like it. I don't know what it is. Gives me the jemmies. It does. Something not right about that horse.
No, be nice to horses. Come on, it's your job. Listen, do you know where this Lord Renton might be?
He's usually down at the gaming house, or he'll be at the inn.
I go to the gaming. I'll see him there. Goodbye. Grazie.
Oh, okay.
Grazie. Bye.
Yeah. Yes.
I'd like to go when ready.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Okay. What condition was Melkor's character Edward Dunn in when we last left him? Because he's
Sir Edward.
Sir Edward.
Yeah, he's in good shape. He's stiff and sore, but he went right to bed.
Okay, but clearly stable.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's on the mend. He's definitely on the mend.
Okay. Are there any places around here to get supplies for wounded and such?
There's a general store.
Okay.
But no specific healer in the area, though.
Okay. The woods themselves, when we passed them, did we see any places to get items for herbalism?
You could go check them out. You'd have to go for a walk in the woods, though.
All right. With this, Brother Anzus is going to take a moment simply to be an ordinary man again and wander around the Copper Dragon Inn, not too close to the brothel, because he has a strong idea what's going on there. And but every other, the lake, the arena, he's supposed to take a calm tour about the place and simply just take in the atmosphere.
Yeah, it's a very well maintained place. As you head towards the arena, you see a bunch of like bungalows that are set up back in the woods along a path there. Mm-hmm. You hear some commotion coming from the arena. You hear a bunch of shouting. Apparently, there's something going on there.
Let's go watch the show.
Okay, you go down there, and there's about 40 people gathered in tents around the pit, and there's two guys in there beating the living hell out of each other with their fists. People
Does it look like it'd be a friendly
on.
match or an amateur match? Or
friendly doesn't seem the word, but it seems professional enough.
Professional enough. Okay.
They seem to be obeying the broad rules. No gouging. Nobody's pulling out knives or anything.
Yeah, no teeth biting or anything like that. Hopefully. What is anything unusual about the Copper Dragon Inn and where thereabouts? I mean, he liked to go along the sides of the woods and pick up what herbalism ingredients he may.
Okay, give me 2d6 plus your. You have herbalism as a skill, right?
Yeah. 4.
Okay, give me a 2d6 plus 4.
Add 1 for luck.
Yeah. Oh yes.
That's good because that makes a total of 8.
8. You find a couple things that'll be of useful. Nothing, really rare, but you find a couple things that you can pick up and will be of use.
Okay, I have a gaming question for you as the game master. Mm-hmm. We can, as of last game, we were allowed to put a skill into one of our character skills.
Oh yes.
I'm trying to lean either towards herbalism to make it go from 4 to a 5, or influence from 3 to a 4. Did any of you guys have any ideas or thoughts on that?
No.
Either or is great. I brought my awareness up to 2.
Yay, cool.
So any of my points are amazing for it. But if it's that high, I would recommend herbalism or influence, because it seems like influence is pretty useful if you're not skilled in a particular matter. and it's a good catch-all when it comes for dialogue, at least.
Yeah. Milkroll, what do you think?
I say build your character how you want to build them, but I added combat of melee to my character because.
What are you up to now?
3.
3. Yeah. When your character's fighting Lord Brock, he seems like a lot higher than that, man. You guys are going toe to toe, man. Coco.
I'd say use influence. It's
Okay.
really kind of like the face, sort of the group of the Ravens.
The monk. Not quite a priest, but a monk. That's
No,
what
I
it
mean
is.
like the face, right? If you're gonna like do a lot of the talking.
Yeah.
A lot of these other people sound like they're. I've watched some of the replays, and they're better with their fists than their speech. So, or their
This is a good
swords,
point.
or their sticky fingers. So, yeah, yeah, I'd say influence.
Thank you. Leo, what do you think?
I have no opinion.
Okay. I'll put it into influence then.
Okay.
Cormac has spoken.
Quartermack.
Okay. Khan. You're sitting at your camp. You know, you're having a little snack. You've got your snake and your bird and your wolf and your bull with you. They all seem agitated.
Oh,
You're not quite sure what it is, but they keep like looking around. The snake's coiled up around your neck, a little tighter than is particularly comfortable. It seems very nervous. The hawk is up in the branches, keeps squawking, and the bull and your wolf just keeps pacing around in a circle around your camp.
Not good signs.
What's the problem? I asked the animal.
Not right. Something bad. Something bad. Something bad. Something bad.
Think you can track it out?
From the buildings.
All right, we'll stay away from there. I'll let somebody know something's going on right now. Like magic?
Not natural. Not natural. Something evil.
Ooh.
Okay. I'm gonna go find the quartermaster. Oh no, the quartermaster ain't here, is he?
Oh yeah, he'll be at the end.
Okay.
Hmm. Wait,
I mean, you're with the Ravens. Nobody's gonna fuck with you. You might get
Right.
some askance looks.
wait. Do I see Colin as he's walking about?
So do you head to the inn?
No, I go to the gambling hall. I guess it's on the way.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. You'd go out through the back. So, yeah, you are Con. Are you staying in the woods, or are you gonna?
Yeah, but I was actually gonna be looking for Sir Francesco or Brother Ainsley.
I was going to grab some goodies for the Beastmaster and his buddies and go
Yeah,
out.
I'm actually also interested in the Beastmaster for this.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll say you're heading down there. And Cormac, let's go to you. You're sitting at the bar. You're looking around, and you notice somebody in the corner. This charming gentleman
Oh, great! Another
has been glaring at you since you entered. And he's making a point of trying not to seem like he's looking at you, but he's doing a very poor job of it.
Hey, boy, you look mighty cute in them jeans.
All right. Well, he'll make his way over there and just like stand beside him. Just say anything, but just give him the one eye.
Yeah, he's sitting directly in one of the corners. He's like moved the chair over to have his back in the direct corner.
Ah, back against the wall, hey laddie. That's the way to be. That's what I used to do when I was your age. Back when I was less confident, you'd say.
He glares hatefully at you for that comment. What is that supposed to mean?
If someone's gonna get you, they're gonna get you. It doesn't matter if you're watching or not.
No one's
You
going
might
to get
enjoy
me.
yourself and be less. If you worry about today, you die. You know, it's that twice thing. I don't know. I'm not very good with my words, but I'll extend my drink. Yeah, to new friends, new scars. May they neither get infected.
With the harlot's house just down the road.
He looks confused, like he doesn't entirely get it, but he's kind of like, he knows you made a joke, but he doesn't like get it. Yeah, whatever. I have things I have to do. I'm working.
But I see you looking at me, though. Now it becomes my interest. If you're staring at me, you're boring a hole through my soul, laddie.
What you mean? I wasn't looking at anybody.
Now he wants to lie.
All right. And then as I walk away, I say, "May your luck run longer than your mouth." And then I'll walk away.
Some of us got better than luck going for us. And he storms out.
Ooh.
And you notice he pauses before he leaves. He shoots over. You notice Helga and her daughter, Bridget, the healer, are sitting in a table by the door. And he stops and he just stares at them for a minute. Then he leaves.
Uh-oh.
Cormac will pause for a moment, pay his bill, and he's going to follow them out.
Yeah, you notice he stops. He looks at, there's an older woman and a very, very beautiful young woman sitting with her by the door, and he glares at her. And before he leaves.
Yeah, so I'm just going to say to the boss, I have to gotta let the water flow, and then he's going to follow them out.
Oh, you follow him? Okay. What is your stealth?
Skullduggery.
Skullduggery or stealth. Stealth is separate.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
It says you can use your outdoor -2 for stealth.
Oh, you can. Yes, you can sub outdoor
Right,
-2.
Stealth would be a +3.
Okay. 2d6 plus 3.
Thanks for this. 9.
Okay. He doesn't seem to notice you. He heads up north up the road, just past the customs office. He crosses to the other side of the street as he passes. There's a couple of royal soldiers stationed there.
Royal soldiers?
Yes. He passes to the other side of the street, and he disappears into the trees.
Cormac will note this.
Do you continue to follow him, or you let him go at that point?
He's going to let him go.
Okay.
He's on the list, though.
Okay, so Francesco, you and Brother Ainsley meet up as Brother Ainsley's heading towards Khan's campsite to bring him food.
Frederick Ainsley, I need to talk with Cohen. Are you going there too?
It just so happens that we are on the same trail of fate, Sir Giuliani.
Bene, let's go.
It's quite a pity that we only saw a small bit of ash and writing at the old castle where the message, "Thank you," was laid. If only you could have seen the author.
What's in the author? It was a thank you message. Why do you have to make it so weird? Enough.
I simply have one question to ask you. Have you
Yes.
spoken with Sir Edward?
Yes, I did, and I forget it. Lord, listen. I understand you people are superstitious. You believe in your pagan gods, even though you're a Christian, which is, mind-boggling to me. But fine, whatever. Believe what you want. I'm only here for work.
All I need to point out is your current station is because of a supernatural force that laid your predecessor low. I don't want you to wind up the same way. And there he just drops it.
Okay. Go.
As you finish this up, you Cohen, you or Khan? Do you pronounce it Khan or Cohen?
Con.
Khan. As Khan, you hear these two guys, walk up.
We're making plenty of noise.
Yeah, they're making plenty of noise. They have no bushcraft to speak of. They're clicking and rattling through. You hear them.
It's like I have an
You
outdoor-
you can hear or detect the talking just from the hands.
Yeah.
You make a great mime.
Yeah, the airflow is disturbed by the hand gestures. Sir Francesco.
Well, plus, I mean, Kanza picked. Brother Ainsley has acute hearing. Kanza picked, who survives in the wild, where hearing might be your only warning of incoming danger. By us chatting like this, either he or his animals or both are going to hear us a mile away.
Oh yeah.
So they come rattling up to your campsite.
Just the people I was about to come see.
Ah, very good. I want to talk to you about something very important with your
Very
field of
important,
expertise.
but, I also want to let you know my animals are very agitated, and we're feeling a dark essence in this area from the building area.
From the
Areas of the building.
You know, it's funny. I saw some. My host is not in a good mood either. Follow me.
Yes,
Brother Ainsley quickly distributes the goodies that he brought for Khan and his two-legged and four-legged buddies. The best he could find at the general store. Tell me how much silver to subtract.
Just for a silver you can get for decent food for the animals. Yeah, it's pretty
Cool.
cheap.
And Khan too. Don't know if Khan drinks, but bring him a lager or something, bitter or something. Does he?
Oh yeah, I'll drink it now.
All right.
Okay. And as you guys are walking up, you're heading for the stables.
Yes.
Okay. As you see Boyden comes out of the gaming house
With his pants.
with his pants.
1 gold richer.
One
Hey!
gold richer.
Came out ahead.
Okay, so you see those three guys. Looks like they're marching with purpose somewhere.
Do we see him too?
Yeah, you almost run into each other.
Oh, wave, very friendly.
Hey guys, what are you guys doing?
Exploring and wondering.
Going to see a house owned by an individual named Lord Renton. Renton?
Renolf.
Renolf. I just took a gold from that guy in the gambling house.
Took a gold from the lower your voice, fool. You picked
Oh no, it was all fair and square at the gambling house.
Mamma mia.
Well done. Who is this Lord Reynolds?
He's a pretty shifty character. He told me that he thought the ravens all died.
He might not be alone in that.
You should tell him that the rumors are greatly over-exaggerated.
It was very close to being history.
Yeah, it was dark.
Well, we're 700 strong, so I wouldn't say we're totally wiped out.
Okay.
Anyways,
So as you approach the stable, Khan, you start getting the hair on the back of your neck starts standing up as you approach the stable.
If Brother Ainsley notices discomfort in Khan, he slows down and watches him.
There's a dark magic.
I'll just keep going.
Brother Ainsley stops right there.
I'm gonna be looking around for any like magic symbolism on the trees or on the building itself, on the ground.
Brother Ainsley would like to do the same thing with his academic and perception.
Okay.
Looking for any secret hatches in the floor.
No, nothing seems out of the ordinary.
Any?
Do I smell a corpse?
Do I smell a corpse? That would come to nose pretty quickly.
No corpse smell that you can pick up.
Although
a lot of horse shit.
It smells sweet.
Any odd tracks?
There's a lot of disturbance on the ground. People are in and out.
But are any? These should be horse tracks and human tracks. Are there any other?
That's all you see.
Tracks or nothing?
No, that's all you see.
Okay.
I start feeling for energy from the animals.
You feel a lot of nervousness from inside the stable.
And all of them are looking at the stable?
The horses in the stable all seem very uncomfortable.
The uncomfortableness is
Can I calm the animals any?
Now, do you enter the stable?
Yes.
Okay. Sir Francesco is already in there. He's waiting. The horse, they're not freaking out, but they're kind of prancing around and kneeing and scraping and stomping the ground. And you see this big giant black horse just standing there, and you immediately know that's where the bad vibes are coming from.
Brother Ainsley steps inside.
And as soon as Khan walks in, the thing's head just shoots around and he glares at you.
And
it's
so
just
the horse
looking right at you.
The strange black horse is definitely checking out Khan.
Yeah, Absolutely.
out.
And now it starts like scraping the ground with its hoof a little bit, and it's snorting. It seems angry.
I examined the horse for, besides its unusual lineage.
Well, when you say you examine the horse, what do you mean exactly? Are you going to go near it?
No, the first thing I want to do examine is I'm going to treat it like a fire. I'm going to stay far back and look and listen for any unusual markings on the horse, unusual mannerisms, does it have tattoos of some kind, anything that is not normal for a horse.
It has a perfect shiny black coat.
A perfect shiny black
Yes.
coat.
Yes.
Is it a Andalusian horse?
Bigger than that.
Okay, good.
It's unnaturally large. You have never seen a horse this big.
How big are we talking? At the shoulder.
At the shoulder, it's almost probably up to your chest.
Holy shit!
It's a huge horse.
You sure this isn't Lord Brock's horse? Ooh.
Yeah, Cohen, I told you this is a very peculiar situation.
Cross himself.
Yeah, me too.
I'm going to pick up a rock.
Can I try to bond with the horse?
Good luck with that.
Okay. Well, how do you mean?
Yeah. Coco's like, yeah, right. This ain't Disney. This ain't Disney.
Sorry, I've been around horses. I ain't gonna work.
Oh, wait a second.
That's kind of a process that would basically take a day of being alone with the animal.
No, Coco, he's playing the Beastmaster. He can do stuff.
Oh, sorry. So I'm thinking about people and horses. I know, like,
Yeah.
like a year, and then kind of like, okay, I guess you're not gonna hurt me.
Yeah.
Can you talk to animals?
Yes. Well, I was about to ask what are you? Or I was going to attempt to talk to the horse and ask what he is or she is.
It
Now,
stares and says nothing for a moment, then it says, "Leave."
Okay, what do we hear?
You just, "Mrr."
Okay,
Yeah.
look at Con.
I don't know what this thing is, but it just told me to leave.
I'm winding up a rock ready to throw. In a moment's notice.
Good old Boyden.
Tell your friend that would be the last thing he ever did.
I wouldn't do that, my friend. He said, "Don't do that."
You can talk to horses?
He's a Beastmaster.
That is just common sense.
Okay, I lower my rock, but I keep it in my hand.
I have not a sugar cube, like a salt cube in my backpack, in my pocket.
Dude, he's gonna treat this like a cavalry horse and get his ass kicked.
I take the salt and I throw it in front of the big horse.
He just looks at it and
Right.
looks at you.
Now, the horse is showing signs of intelligence.
It's very calm. It doesn't have that usual kind of like moving around,
Right.
and it's very focused.
This isn't how horses act.
You said this horse is much larger than normal.
It's absolutely monstrous.
Does it give vibes similar to Lord Brock being a wolf?
How do you mean?
Good point.
As it moves around, does it leave footprints? Or is it standing still right now?
Yeah, can we tell?
It's standing. It's when it scraped the ground when it saw Khan. It definitely affected the ground. You see where it dug in a little bit.
Okay.
I mean, horses get up 1,500, 2,000 pounds, and a large horse can get 2,500 or more.
Hey, Khan, ask the horse if he's a god.
Now, are you a god? No. Then no. If anyone gets the reference, you
And as you guys are speaking, it just kicks the door to its stable open with its back feet, backs up, and just walks out the door.
watch.
All at its own initiative.
Okay.
Does the bad feeling leave with the horse?
Oh yes, and the other horses seem to calm down now that it leaves.
Go to the stable the horse was in and look for any signs of anything unusual.
I just go outside and see where it's going and try to follow it.
Okay. Everything looks normal in the stable. Nothing seems odd. Food was left for it that it didn't touch.
That it didn't touch. How long has the food been there?
It would be hard to say. I mean, it was.
I mean, a
would have been
day, an
reasonable.
hour.
It's hay.
No.
It's a bag of oats that it can dip its head in, but it's reasonably fresh. It hasn't been sitting there a long time. But
okay, I have to ask because what if this is something strange that doesn't eat? Okay, that's why I'm asking if it had been here a day or whatnot. Yeah. Okay.
And Sir Francesco, you when you followed outside, it starts heading down towards the gaming house, and this big dude, we're dressed all in black with a scarred face,
right,
just walks up to it, puts his hand on it, sticks his foot in the stirrup, and just pulls himself over. He sees you. He nods.
Right on, buongiorno.
And he starts trotting up north.
Arrivederci.
Is this Lord Randolph?
I shout out saying, "Thank you for the gold piece."
That's Lord.
Thank you, he says, and smiles, and it's very, very odd, like he's got something on you that you don't realize. It just makes you really uncomfortable the way he smiles at you.
Are we getting the same vibe from Lord Randolph as his horse, or are the animal with Khan reacting differently? Now that
he wouldn't have any reaction to human, he wouldn't have any special sensitivity towards humans.
No. I mean the animals the wild, undomesticated animals that are Khan's buddies. Mm-hmm. When Lord Randolph jumps on the horse,
they're back at the camp. They didn't want to come anywhere near. They wanted nothing to do with this.
Okay, sorry.
I wouldn't bring my animals in town.
I don't know that. I mean, your snake is stuck in your pocket somewhere. Oh, hi, here he is.
Okay.
You're right.
Now, Cormac.
I'm sorry. What did Melkor say?
Oh, sorry. What?
I was just saying you're right. I could have the snake on me, but I don't.
Okay, Cormac. After you see this little dude, this nasty little dude, disappear into the woods, you kind of watch for a minute. You're like, okay. And you turn around, and you see this guy right here, on the most gigantic damn black horse you've ever seen, starts traveling north on the road past you. And he glances at you. He stops for a moment. He kind of squints. And he just, and he starts trotting off towards the north.
As he goes, like, "Aye, yes, good day to you too, creepy sir." How big is a horse? Like, how many hands would you say that is?
Well, I'm not shoulders up to our chest.
Yes, his horses, would be right up to your chest.
5.5 feet tall, shoulder wise.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know how many hands.
It's considerably larger than a Clydesdale.
Wow. Right. Because I've seen a 17-hand horse, and they're like, its head is like way over my head. So if it's bigger than a Clydesdale, and thicker, boy, that's a big horse.
So he had to use a ladder to climb on the
he just grabbed the pommel, and he had to put his leg up pretty high to get into the stirrup, but he was able to pull himself up on it.
He's not doing that when he's old. Okay.
He's a tall dude. He's a very tall guy. He's probably about 6'4".
Oh, is he? Oh, that's a good. Thank you. He's 6'4".
Cormac's gonna pull a piece of paper and a little piece of a charcoal. He's gonna write some notes. Rat-faced person goes into woods. Starred, handsome, creepy man on gigantic black horse, and then he's gonna hold up. And he's gonna go back into the inn and he's gonna find his giant bouncer friend.
I'm also going into the inn.
Okay, well, it takes you a minute to write this down. And as you glance up, just past the customs house, where the northernmost path that leads back to the fighting pit is, as you notice, as he gets to that level, that little rat-faced prick comes out onto the road and speaks to him.
Oh, now who sees this?
Cormac sees this.
Only Cormac. Thank you.
Yeah. They exchange a few words. Then the guy just keeps riding off. And the kid looks back. He sees you watching. And they just bolts back into the woods.
He's got on his little notes. He's going to put a little like kind of dash, and then kind of put like sled and like they're connected. So
Bounty hunter's doing his thing.
Doing his detective work. He's gonna know. I was like, He's actually, he's gonna go back into the inn.
Oh, okay.
Open the doors.
Brother Ainsley turns to Con. Have you seen anything like that in your days?
No.
That makes, or actually, let me ask the game master. Given how clearly diverse Con's background is to Brother Ainsley, have either of us ever seen anything like this?
No, there was something very weird about that whole thing.
That's what I was going to ask, is if my lore fauna would have given me any knowledge of like ancient creature or something like that.
Academic 5?
It's all you could tell. It is not a natural animal.
What about all we can tell? So we can't even give a breed or anything.
No.
So it's possible this is not a European horse.
Almost certainly not.
Almost certainly not a European horse. Thank you.
I look at him, and I've seen horses from Arabia. I've seen horses from Africa. None of them are this big. In fact, European horses are bigger, which is quite peculiar.
It's the oats.
Maybe it's the lack of sunshine. Maybe sunshine makes horses grow smaller. I don't know. Mamma mia.
And as you turn back, Cormac, you see these 4 guys were watching him leave as well. The guys who came at looks like the leader of the soldiers, a chaplain, a completely legitimate looking businessman, and a guy who looks to be a Pict.
Face paint and all.
Yeah.
So he's walking around blue. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Now, Coco, let me ask you something. What'd you say, Muckwar?
I look like my avatar if you can see it.
Yo, I saw the avatar.
Yeah, Coco, what were you giggling about with the blue face paint?
Oh, it's like he's Blanca, but he's blue walking around, like from Street Fighter.
Oh, Blanca.
Yeah.
He's from Brazil. That explains everything.
Yeah.
Produces his own electricity.
Yeah. And you guys see him up there scribbling some notes down.
Great. My first thought is he's one of Lord Randolph's dudes.
No, I actually look at him and I approach him slowly and wave. Hello.
Oh, well met. You're one of the Ravens.
Yes, in fact, I am the leader of this company. Nice to meet you, and I extend my hand for a handshake.
We'll look at it. And then I'll extend his hand. Hi. Good to meet you. Pleasant.
Francesco, I'm from Italy. Everyone else is local.
I'm Cormac.
Yeah, I'm
from the islands around here. You know.
Very good. Excuse me, good sir. May I have your opinion on something?
Sorry, what's that? I'm sorry if I'm sorry. I'm having trouble understanding your accent. You're from Italy.
Let me ask you if I can have your opinion on something.
Ah, okay. You don't talk so slow. I'm not stupid. I just couldn't understand your accent.
No, I have thick accent. People tell me all the time. You get used to it. It's fine.
Hey, you got a thick accent.
Fantastic. Thank you, Go.
Opinion. I have many. I have an asshole. I have an opinion. What do you need to know?
That individual with the scar who was on a humongous horse.
Aye.
Do you know anything about him?
He's tall and he's handsome. He's got a scar and he gave me a look. I wasn't sure if it was a come hither or fuck off kind of look, so I don't know.
It's probably a fuck off kind of look.
It could have been either, but
you're quite optimistic.
I don't know who he is. I'm not from around here.
No, neither am I.
Not as far from Italy, but you know.
No, I don't mean that. I mean, I usually I am employed for Ray Percival, and I am simply here on work. Understand? Capiz?
I know you're one of the Ravens. You said you're the leader. I spoke to your men before and heard you had some trouble with bandits and other supernatural type deals. That's really interesting.
Well, no offense, but all the people who believe in the supernatural are a little empty in the head. I mean, this is not a miracle. They happened 800 years ago, and that's it. I don't know what to tell you. But there was trouble with bandits. It seems the superstition of everybody around us has gotten the better of them. But yeah, there was problem, but now it's solved.
The big man in the inn said you lost many of your men. Because usually you run with a higher number.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah, but that's the way of the sword, is it not?
You'd be surprised. With preparation, you can very much minimize the casualties.
I travel with a painted man, I see.
Yes, he is peculiar, but these are the local customs. How it is, no?
Local, if you call, like, oh my gosh, almost a year's, well, I mean, not that far, but half a year's walk local. He's a local.
From this general area, it's everybody here is in a ferrango, in a hodgepodge, in a mix of everything. I stop discriminating. I stop asking questions. It's fine. And you are from, excuse me if I can ask?
Pardon me?
Coco.
Where are you from?
Oh, I've been traveling I left my home when a babe, for as long as the babe become a man. So I'm from around. I spent as much time away from my home as I have living in my home. So you can see I'm from the Isles.
I can actually understand that. I've been away from my home for a while, and I really want to come back now that I finished my,
No, I do not know. But I will take you at your word.
Never mind.
Brother Ainsley would like to strike up a conversation with our man Boyden.
Mm-hmm.
Amos, you there?
Yeah.
Okay, I saw some numbers appear across your screen. Didn't know what they were. Yeah, Brother Ainsley comes up to Boyden because Boyden to Ainsley is like a chaos magnet. Strange things happen to Boyden. If anyone's going to be able to come across strange instances in the universe, is going to be our man Boyden. A gold piece, you say?
Yeah, I could have won more, but I got a little bit too greedy. Won legitimately at cards, but he seems to be a quite a reserved fellow. And in particular, he kind of spoke with a tinge of disgust about saying, like, I thought the Ravens were wiped out.
A tinge of disgust towards the Ravens.
But that could be just me. He could be a swell fellow.
Boyden, if there's one thing I've learned to trust in you, it is your instincts. They've kept you alive this long against things far worse than the natural.
I think your hope is misplaced, but
Perhaps. But my eyes see a little differently than the average. Let me put things this way. You approached this fellow. He is a lord, you say?
yes.
What did he call himself?
Lord Renault.
Ranulph? There can't be many lords living in these parts.
I believe he leapt on that scary big horse.
Alone? Just he and his horse? Then he seems to have no need of an entourage. And we didn't see the what'd you call him? The skinny rat bastard, Doc?
Yeah, you guys didn't see him.
Okay, we didn't see him at all, so we can't include him. Did he play fairly?
I believe so. I played pretty fairly.
All right.
Pretty fairly.
I turned to Cormac, and Boyd introduces himself and asks, what brings you here to this little area of the woods?
I travel. I hunt. I'm looking for something.
Oh.
What are you looking for?
Perception. I'd like to check him out up and down. How is he dressed?
How are you dressed?
Rigid leveler. He has a long sword. He has a shield. He has weapons, but not. I mean, most of his weapons are stowed, but he does have a sword on him and a dagger. He's got rigid leather.
What kind of boots?
Patch, So.
What kind of boots?
Hmm?
What kind of boots? Riding boots, hiking boots, flip flops.
No, they're comfortable. They're made for walking,
Walking boots.
but they're sturdy.
Sturdy walking boots. And
You'd say
Okay.
he's about 5'11", 180 pounds. He's lean, but obviously looks pretty strong. Scar, missing an eye, like with a big scar on him.
now, when you say does he have an eye patch over it, or is it a hollow?
Oh no, there's an eye patch. He's not a
I don't know.
he's not a savage.
Some people are weird. So he's not a scavenge. Melkor, he doesn't mean it. Con. Totally kidding. So are his weapons in good repair?
They're sheathed. You can't tell.
I'm sorry. Let me try that again. His armor.
Yeah, he looks like it's been around. He knows what he's. He can handle himself on the road by himself. I'd say.
Right, because what I'm not, he doesn't have a bow of any kind or a range weapon.
Not that you see.
Okay, so right now,
Kind of hard to walk in and out of doors with the bow strapped to your back.
Yeah, but he didn't mention hunting, and right now my character's been around, and he's thinking that he's wondering just what or whom you hunt, but he's not going to say it out loud. Just gathering.
Boyden is going to wave a hand in front of Brother Ainsley's eyes.
Okay,
And like,
turn towards him.
this is like, you seem captivated by this guy.
I was not always a monk.
I do have the attractive quirk, so there you go.
Attractive but one-eyed. But what if you're scared of one-eyed dudes?
Me Ma always says bones heal and chicks dig scars. So,
Good girls like bad boys. Right now, Brother Ainsley is just largely. He's taking it to. He's basically not looking, but observing everything ever since he saw this horse. He's looking for any clues. Cormac, the stables, the tracks. As a matter of fact, the tracks that the horse and Lord Ranulph left, are they? I mean, are they as
They're
heavy?
big.
Are they deep? I mean, are they as they ought to be?
For a horse that size, yeah.
With a rider on them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing seems unnatural there.
Because what he's ultimately trying to do is he's trying to piece together the puzzle of what
leading up to the road. The road is paved here, the main road.
Okay, good to know. The road's paved, but he's still mainly stuck on Con. And now we just walked up to Cormac, and my character has no idea who Cormac is. Period.
Neither do I.
Right.
Boyden will approach Cormac again and ask, "Sir, what are you looking for? We are fairly good at finding stuff, and we might be able to assist you."
Not as possible. I'm sent here for things that are lost. I'm just looking for. Very important.
Okay. Well, that is very nice to meet your acquaintance, Mr. Cormac. If you ever want to be a raven, if you ever... What?
He will pull the brother aside if people walk by.
Okay. And Ainsley allows himself to be pulled by. Good day to you. I'm Brother Ainsley.
You must understand. I'm new to this town. I am searching for something. I'm searching for people.
People we may have.
They have gone missing. I, as a man of the cloth, even though I do not believe in your sky god, I do believe I can trust you. As far as much to say that. Other men surrounding me with weapons, I don't want to share too much, but I am on the hunt for missing women.
Coco, I'm sorry to be straight up. Ainsley clearly has a bow and arrows on him. He's armed.
I'm gonna be
but
back.
There's not
one
four of
second,
you guys armed though. You're just
Okay.
one.
Right.
And you have to like pull off your bow, get your arrow, whatever. By that time, I'd stab you through the
Yeah,
gut.
but I don't want you thinking that he's unarmed.
Oh no! I'm just talking. My point is like,
Okay.
there's like 3 or 4 like
Yeah.
soldiers around him. You're just a dude with a bow.
Right.
By the time you get your bow and get it strung, I probably would stab you through the guts. Yes,
Very
never
much.
came to that, but he wouldn't do that. But that's just his thinking, right? So
Right, but also because this is your very first game, I don't want you or your character on thinking false things. Like the character that you're talking to has no arms whatsoever, and therefore you're trusting him because he has no arms, which is possible.
More as monkish sort of
right.
What have you.
Well,
he has no arms.
He's mute, and he's Italian. He's done for.
Yeah.
Going back to Cormac, Brother Ainsley says we are all searching for something, and we have recently left quite a lot behind us. Do these important people have qualities that we may have noticed? He tells them roughly. He gives Cormac the idea of where they've recently come from. They've come from the south. And Doc, have we passed anybody on the road that are unusual? Or
you saw a peddler or two, nothing out of the ordinary.
A peddler or two, nothing out of out of character. No ladies in waiting and all that noise.
No,
right. So Brother Ansel's like racking his brain. Unless you're looking for peddlers, that's all we passed on the way up here.
It's been peasant girls, now a noble's daughter. It's fair knowledge that even like the big man in the inn told me they were here and they have disappeared. And because you were recently here from your adventures and your conquests, I feel fair enough I can tell you that you were not involved because you were not here at the time.
Yep, that is none of our business. I butt into the conversation.
Good old
Giuliani. And look at Brother Isaac and say, listen, brother, we have a job to do and this does not involve us. If it did, it would, but it does not. So,
Yeah. And about this time, a large crowd of people start pouring back onto the road towards the inn, and some of them going right for their horses and leaving. It looks like the crowd that was at the arena. Half of them look very happy, half of them look very annoyed. They go in, and the winners go in and start partying. The losers go in and start drowning their sorrows. It's getting very loud and crowded out here on the road.
Okay.
The royal soldiers kind of come and like usher everybody either away or inside because they don't want any trouble on the road. Making sure there's no fights.
Brother Ainsley only replies to Sir Giuliani with the following: I am making do as ordered, sir. I'm doing the dance. Would you like to come along with us? He offers Cormac to come along.
Hi.
Getting to know.
I did not realize your leader had such excellent hearing. I thought I was speaking in hushed tones.
So did I.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys all pour back into the inn. The rest of the event, rest of the night passes by pretty uneventfully, unless anybody wants to do anything in particularly strange.
Yeah. When the Beastmaster says yes, everyone goes quiet.
How much is bottles of wine?
Bottle of wine depends how much do you want to spend.
Ooh.
You can get a bottle of wine here that costs an entire gold piece. Or you can get one that costs 5 copper pieces.
That's not wine.
How much silver would be 20 bottles of wine?
20 bottles of cheap wine? Okay, probably 2 silver. Get you 20 bottles of passable wine.
All right, I'm going to open up my sack and start stuffing it in, and I pay the man.
You wouldn't have carried around the giant stash of wine.
I love it.
Void is just constantly laden by a giant sack of wine.
Hey.
I gotta go to the bathroom really quick.
Atmos, that served you super well last time. You might come across a bunch of guys who are willing to hold up a wooden murder board for the wine you gave them.
Are the guys that helped me out with the murder board, are they part of the retinue?
Yes. They're with you guys. Okay, so Khan, what was it you wanted to do?
So while they were having that big conversation, I would have left it and back to my camp.
Okay.
And I'm going to do a an animal transform into an eagle, and me and my eagle are going to fly and follow the large horse and the Lord and see where they're going.
Okay.
Melkor
You
is.
get up there,
Woohoo!
and about 3 hours ride north, you see there's some very tall hills.
3 hours.
There's a little road that leaves winding up a very tall crag that leads to this very, very nice manor house. You
Okay.
don't see anyone outside, but you see he rides up, opens the stable door for himself, leads his horse in, eventually comes back up, out, heads towards the main house. He puts his hand on the door, and because you've got eagle vision, he turns up and looks up at you and smiles and nods, then goes inside.
Okay, we fly back to the camp, and I change back, and I go through my painful process that I do on my left arm, and then I'm gonna go back into town and look for Sir Francesco and brother Ainsley in the group, and let them know where I tracked them to. And
Okay, these guys will all be at a table together. Cormac, are you sitting with these gentlemen, or?
He will. He first wants to grab the least busy staff member and ask who the large man on the horse was and who that rat-faced bastard was. Just try to get their names for his notes.
Oh, well, you picked the young one up right well. We call him Rat. he Yeah, we don't. He's been hanging around. He comes through once in a while, but he's been hanging around a lot more the last 2 weeks or so.
And a large.
He's always got coin. He looks like he's shoveling shit for a living. He always has coin for booze for the girls at the brothel.
Girls in the brothel, you say?
Yes.
Maybe I'll talk to them. And the man on the large, massive, ungodly horse.
Oh, Lord Ranulph. Yes, he owns mines. Very rich man up to the north. He comes by now and again. He's not very friendly, at least not with us.
You are the rabble to him, don't you know?
Of course.
You own mines and the castle and the ungodly horses. Thank you. I know you're busy, and then you'll go sit with the.
Oh, it's no trouble at all, sir. Anything you need.
A free tankard of ale.
Anything you need that you'll pay for. He smiles and laughs.
Brother Angel says, then allow me, and buys Cormac a tankard of ale.
Coming right up, sir.
Thank you, good sir.
You are welcome.
And this is Gwendolyn,
who
you're speaking to.
You have informed the both of us. He lets Cormac know. And saved me the bother of asking myself.
She's the one who got pinched before and smacked the crap out of the soldier.
Good for her.
Okay, so you got Khan. You show up back at the inn. You see all these guys sitting together in a corner.
Brother Ainsley gives Khan his space, his seat, if it's too packed or anything like that. If there's any need for that. Leo, are you muted?
Yeah,
now can you hear me? Okay. On that same note, not Francesco was seen as just playing music in the corner and getting very drunk.
As you do.
Okay, so I'll keep my mouth shut. What have we here?
Yeah.
Well, what I don't want to do is leave those of us who are wounded out of the fun that we're having here. Cormac, would you mind attending me on a mission? I see I have a lack of hands to carry things. And with that, he goes to the bar, and how many wounded do we have?
You got about 6 guys, including Sir Edwards, who still have significant wounds. They're all upstairs in bed.
Upstairs in bed. Okay. I would like to carry 6 total plates of quality food and drink.
Okay, and Gwendolyn will help as well. So, bringing things up to your friends.
Cormac would invite her. Aye, lass, you want to come see some strong, virile young raven helping them out? I only have 2 hands. But you're used to carrying many plates and tankards.
Yeah, 2 hands, but a lot of you've all got 2 hands, and I got me eye on all of them. Keep in mind,
As you are wise for your age, my lady.
so,
I'm sure they'd be happier to see you than my ugly mug.
He allows her to go first because she's in no way endangered from Brother Ainsley's hands.
Yeah,
He's not going
Cormac's more than happy for her to go first, so we can
Yeah,
watch her go up the stairs.
especially if we don't know which room they're in. Yeah, and go upstairs and basically just take premium care of the wounded. I mean, make sure their dressings are changed and all that. Anything that Cormac brings up, Brother Ainsley, or asks, this is a quieter spot than downstairs, and hence the change in atmosphere. And at the same time, he's doing the Lord's work by mending the guys, and they'd love to be downstairs playing cards and games too, but they can't because they're up here. So he's trying to do 2 things at once, basically.
Real quick, Boyden wants to check the gold coin. Does it look strange?
no, looks like a regular coin minted here in Caerleon.
Phew.
It doesn't have any Stygian markings, Doc.
No Stygian markings.
Can't give that shit away.
That was a fun game. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Cormac's got a wolf cloak.
Oops.
Kidding.
I look at everybody and say,
We're
guys.
upstairs.
No, I mean I look at the rest of the party and the soldiers and instruct them, guys. Drink, eat, and be merry. But remember, tomorrow we march. So don't overdo it. Rest well, because the walk tomorrow is going to be quite long, and we're not going to take as many breaks as today. Capisce? No, it's like, yeah. Like,
They don't know what
I hear-
capiche means. They're not Italian.
They thought you said get a piece.
Forget it.
They're like,
Yes,
he's paying
exactly.
Bravo. Yeah.
What kind of piece are you talking about?
So Boyden and the rest of the
Mamma
soldiers
mia.
next to the brothel.
I was trying to avoid that, but that's funny.
Giuliani's paying for us all.
Shows up the next day, his horse is missing. He takes the only horse, makes the rest of us walk, wounded included.
Okay, so you guys are upstairs with the wounded. They're eating. Okay, so Con, Cormac, and Brother Ainsley. You join them, Francesco?
Yeah, but I'm just.
Okay, so you're going to go to sleep. Boyden's off getting busy. Okay, so okay.
At this time, not Beatrice, but what's the name of the serving gal?
the young one, Gwendolyn. Yeah, she heads back down after
Okay.
distributing the food because she's got customers to deal with.
Okay, but Brother Ainsley wanted to ask her before she left if she had noticed anyone coming in to the inn of royal bearing, perhaps somebody outside of town with an entourage.
Oh, not in some months.
Not in some months. He describes. Well, actually, he doesn't know in character that. Okay. All right. In that case, thank you. Then he's Ainsley says aloud to the wounded and Cormac and anybody else who's there that whatever is haunting this place has its roots north of here. And if we are leaving tomorrow, then we will be leaving that evil behind. And while I am glad for it, I cannot help but wonder at its origins.
I look at what I and say, I can't help but not wonder because I don't
I
get
thought
paid.
you were in your room sleeping.
I thought you were.
We are not in your room. What
He's in
happened-
the room next door, and he heard you, and he said that through the wall.
I closed the door on my superior officer and go to the bed, sir. Your room is required. Capiche?
Yes, catfish.
Oh, so Khan, are you going to let these guys tell these guys about what you saw?
Yeah, I'm gonna let him know about the castle north.
No,
And,
no. When he hears that, he offers Juliana to come and listen to us.
Oh shoot, I wasn't here. What
Come
about the
in, come
castle?
in.
Did you
Close the door
notice?
behind
Other
us and
characters?
speak in lower tones.
right. So
You don't actually talk quietly. I can hear you most of the
Not
time. You
you.
whisper.
The ones downstairs. Go on, Con.
and the large horse and the Lord, went north to the castle up that way. A large, large manor. He looked at me and smiled. He knew I was there.
How wouldn't he? Did he see you in the trees? He doesn't know you were in an eagle.
Right. He just looked at me and smiled. I'll let you know that. I got there quickly with my friend, my eagle friend. But I think the ladies, all the young women, or any of our simple fighters or whatever should gather and sleep in the same area of the camp. We should have Chomper protect them.
Do you have reason to believe this lord is after our ladies?
No, I just think a bandit area like this. We just left the town. The bandits that we defeated, that escaped, are around here somewhere. So I would say they would be weak. The weaker people are easier victims.
This is why I'm glad we're leaving tomorrow. So, Giuliani, what do you have to say about this?
Well, I say if we don't get paid for it, it is not our business. So predictably, we'll pack up and leave tomorrow, and that's it.
Yeah. So we'll say everybody goes to sleep eventually. You sleep very hard, and all of you have very disturbing dreams. You don't remember anything about them in the morning except that they were terrible nightmares. And you notice everyone seems to be waking up at the same time, which is a little odd because usually the staff would have been up already, but everybody in the entire complex seems to be waking up at the same time. And you hear Helga, the cook, screaming.
Run to her.
Run
to her. I'm
Get
gone.
Up. Run.
Brigga's gone. Brigga is gone. Brigga is gone. And then very soon, Boar shows up, the bouncer. And he informs you that Gwendolyn is missing. And you had guards posted. You'd have had people awake, but everyone fell asleep and slept very hard. And then Beatrice comes up to you, Brother Ainsley. She's got something wrapped in a blanket. Some stuff. Brother, I wanted to show this to you. I don't like touching it. It's totally wrapped up in a blanket. She's like,
Cross myself, pray to Christ, and bring the blanket back and put it on a table away from everyone else and look at it.
And she's like standing back watching.
Yeah, and he looks at it in a way that shields it, whatever it is, from everyone else's eyes. If he has to turn his back and do it, he does it. But he wants to make certain that whatever this is his eyes only.
Okay, unwrap it.
Very carefully.
It is the hand of a corpse grasping a candle which is burned down.
A man's hand or a woman's hand, child's hand?
It looks like it was probably a man's hand from the size of it, but it looks like it had been dead for some time.
Examine it with his healing.
Do you have magic lore? Does anybody have that?
You asked us not to get into that.
What's your magic lore?
You asked us not to get into magic when we made our characters. I doubt any first character has.
Well, he's a beastmaster, though.
This is a second character.
You got a 3? Give me a 2d6 plus 3.
Come on.
10 plus 3.
You know what this is.
I know what that is.
It's known as the Devil's Hand. It's something witches make. They take the hand of a man who has been executed, and you especially know this because you worked as an executioner. They put a candle in it, and when the candle is lit, it puts everyone in the area to sleep, and they can't wake until it burns out.
Okay, I have a metagame out of character question. Doc,
Yes.
is it all right if I take that point that I put into influence and swap it out for a 1 in this magic lore thing? I don't see.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Good idea.
I have a quick question. Since I
Yes.
stayed at the brothel, was I also asleep? Like, does it affect the
Everyone,
entire
everyone in the entire area
That's
was
good to
just
know.
out cold.
Even me out in the woods.
Yep.
That's one powerful
As
hand.
far as you go to everyone in the entire area.
Thank you, Doc.
What is this?
Since can you roll?
That is a witchcraft artifact. Someone
Wait, you didn't see it. You didn't see it.
Well, if the GM says he saw it, he saw it.
Yeah, that's true.
I had to roll lore.
Yeah, everybody
I
saw her
read to
like
a-
freaking out and bringing this thing in, and so people were looking.
Even though
read to a-
Brother Ainsley was covering it to see, making sure no one else saw it. If they're over his shoulders, he's telling. Wait a minute, I'm sorry.
Well, Khan,
screw it. He'll
yeah,
just
Khan kind of came up behind you and saw it.
Okay, well, he'll just open it so everyone can see it, and that's for the story.
Okay.
So now
I misunderstood you there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Boyden's not there, but someone should ask where she found it
I'd like to ask where Boyden is.
at the brothel.
Well, he doesn't know that. Who did you tell?
Nobody. Well, actually, Francisco offered to pay for the soldiers to go to the brothel. Last night. He took up on that offer.
So Boyden's a soldier now.
Huh?
Boyden is a soldier now.
I'm a man of many faces.
Goon.
Okay, well,
I look at it and say,
Okay, so
yeah.
at this point, we'll say everybody, the whole group of you, have gathered in the inn. You get up, you're very groggy. You had these disturbing dreams, and now you see there's this commotion going around the table, and you see this fucking hand with a candle in it.
Okay, so basically, this is a magical item.
Yes,
And how low is the wick?
it's burnt down to the hand.
It's burnt down to the hand. So how tall did it seem to be?
There's quite a bit of wax on the hand.
Okay, so knowing that wax usually burns at the same rate, how long did this burn? Can I roll academic to math it out?
Yeah, give me a academic roll.
Oh,
While this happens, I'll ask, where was it found?
It was found right outside the door.
Which door?
The door to the inn.
Okay. I'm going to walk over to the door of the inn, and I'm going to look around there.
Yeah,
Probably not going to find anything.
you see some black wax there. It's a black candle. What did you roll, Brother Ainsley?
11.
Okay, it looks like it was probably a good 2-hour candle.
2 hours, but everyone slept the entire night. And this was called a devil's candle or something like that?
The devil's hand.
The devil's hand.
Francesco is about and asks, what is this? Can you give me an explanation, please?
Well, ask Khan to repeat himself.
Yeah, I explained about the hand and how they use it.
Basically puts people to sleep in a very large radius.
I think it is more likely that we were simply drugged.
All of us simultaneously.
Well, we drank from the same wine. We
I
went from
had
the same
no
casket.
wine.
Well, did you have anything to drink?
No.
Peculiar. Maybe it is the...
He's going to make himself useful and ask for the two women's rooms. And I'm going to search those rooms.
Yes, and at this point, Brother Angel would like to follow Boyd because he had the exact same thing in mind.
Yeah, Cormac is the same thing. He's gonna go up to Auntie, where are you and your lassie staying?
We all have rooms in the back on the first floor.
Show us where the kidnappings took place.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go to Cohen. Picked.
Yeah. There's about 6 girls. They all share a room. The other ones weren't bothered. She went to sleep around the same time as they did. And they woke up and she was gone.
I had a feeling that we were going to be staying here.
And Brigga was staying upstairs with her mother.
Yeah.
They were in the same room. Brigga went to sleep first. Helga went to sleep afterward, and when she woke up, she was gone.
Any signs of forced entry? What's unusual?
Nope, nothing odd. Just that the bed, unmade bed.
I want to check the doors. Do they have locks?
They do have locks.
I'm going to ask. Do you guys lock up for the night?
We generally don't walk our quarters. I mean, there's usually no reason to. Nobody bothers us.
But
maybe you should if you've been having this issue.
Well, no one's ever been taken from the inn before.
People have been taken from the inn. What do you know about this? This happened before?
Well, we know that a couple girls went missing in the area after that nobleman's daughter, but they had left by the time they...
After the nobleman's daughter that I asked about. Okay.
And none of them were taken here. We just heard that they disappeared soon after they stayed here.
Where did they try? Did you guys see them leave?
I don't know. Maybe someone saw them leave. I don't really remember.
Perhaps they went north.
I'll try to find. She like scurries off.
Cormac will. Cormac will approach Con. Hey, painted man, can you track?
Yes.
Come with me then, if you don't mind. Let's see if we see anything unusual.
We have one more place to search before we begin any tracking.
Cormac's not part of your crew. He went outside.
I gather the soldiers. Okay, sorry.
I'm going to search all the belongings inside the quarters.
Nothing was disturbed.
No documents, no letters, no.
Nope. Whoever took them apparently wasn't interested in anything they owned.
And Brigga was also kidnapped?
Yes.
Okay. Ainsley says, I'm going to check Brigga's quarters.
Yeah, her mother, Helga's out there. She's completely hysterical.
Right. Trying to calm her down, but trying to get anything unusual down to the smallest detail.
No, she went to bed, then we went to bed, then I went to bed about an hour later, and then I woke up. I had terrible, strange dreams. I don't remember them, but I remember they were awful. And then when I woke up, she was gone. I thought she went out to have a piss or something, but I looked around and she wasn't anywhere.
How long ago was this?
This is about an hour ago when everyone started waking up.
So we were all affected by the devil's hand. What about the animals? Go check out the stables. Do the animals seem like they've recently woken up?
No, they're just hanging out.
Okay. Because my character's been up for 15 minutes?
Yeah, about a half hour at this point. There's been a lot of running around and questioning.
Okay.
I gather the soldiers. Everybody, listen. Our stay here has been extended because one of ours is missing. We do not leave anyone behind. This is now our business. Get ready for a search and get ready for more.
Yeah, Brigga's very well liked among the troops, so nobody wants to leave her behind.
I whisper to myself in Italian, God damn it, if it only wasn't the healer, we could have gotten this place. If it only wasn't the healer and we had Sir Edward's
and the 3 Italian guys we have in the background are going, oh, this guy's a jerk. No, I'm kidding. The new hire. No, kidding.
Before you guys switch over to Con and Cormac and their tracking, Boyden's going to head out to the horses. He's going to try to talk to them.
Boyden's going to talk to the horses?
Unsuccessfully, but he's going to do it anyway.
Okay. They kind of look at you funny.
It's like,
Okay.
did you see anything weird last night?
Do you have any?
Yeah.
Oh man. So
Okay,
there's
well,
nothing unusual about their missing, except for the fact that they're missing. They
They're
could have
just-
gotten up. Did it seem like they got up? Wait a second. What about the? What about
you
Briggs?
do notice. You notice in Brigga's room, the sheets have been like pulled half onto the floor.
Pulled half onto the floor.
Yeah,
Is that something the person in the bed can do, or someone else would have to do?
could have. But I mean, it doesn't look like somebody just got out of the bed. More like they were pulled out of it.
Pulled out of it. So, using perception and looking for any kind of marks that are not Briggs in this room, if I may.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to roll this secretly because
Okay. Do you want to know his bonuses?
I got your perception and the luck here.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, nothing seems odd. That's the only odd
I-
thing you see is that looks like she was pulled physically from the bed, probably unconscious, and pulled the bedding off.
Seems pulled. Okay.
I ask whoever is the oldest person in here, like the bar owner. I ask him, hey, this
Probably gonna be
Lord Ray,
Beatrice.
friendly. Beatrice, excuse me. This Lord Renton, how many soldiers does he have?
I don't know. I've never seen him come here with anyone. He's always by himself when he arrives.
Bene.
I imagine he must have them.
Okay. No, I'm sure he does. But not at the ready. Gather all the soldiers. I tell all of the commanders to meet me when they are ready, and to do so within the hour. So I send the soldiers to tell them there's a deadline for a stand-up meeting.
Okay. So Cormac and Khan, you guys exit the inn. So what's up?
Tick, you can track, can't you?
Yes, myself and my wolf.
Oh, you have a wolf, do you? Excellent. I didn't realize you had a wolf, or I'd get maybe some articles of clothing. Maybe he can track by scent.
Yes, we can do that as well.
As he does that, I'm going to look around, see if there's any drag marks or anything untoward or something that might be obvious. That's something like.
You notice to the side of the inn on the south side, close to where the servant girls' quarters are. So there's that little auxiliary building right behind, just where the patio and the well is. There, it looks like there is fairly fresh wagon tracks that lead onto the road.
Brother Ainsley would also like to join Khan and Cormac when they're done, or when he's done.
Pull out his paper, write down Brig.
I call my wolf to me. From the
Yeah, he comes.
start getting sent.
Wait a moment. Let me know when.
Yeah, the wolf. He sniffs around the wagon tracks and he points north. Went this way. The women were with him.
With whom?
A man stank.
I'm sorry, I'm not there. Or am I? I can't talk to him anyway. Sorry. Strike that.
There was a man. He said there was a man. He smelled very badly, and he had the women with him.
Bad smelling man took the women on a wagon. North.
How they does this, the Lord. Could be his rat-faced bastard friend. I actually saw him speaking to the Lord earlier. I caught him outside on the way to the north. He was my first suspicion. I'm here for the other women that were taken, but now it seems to be getting worse. There's more.
Doc, let me know when Brother Ainsley catches up to the two of them.
Okay, they're discussing this when you head outside.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She was absconded. She wasn't hypnotized and walked out freely. She was pulled out of the bed.
Yes, we believe my wolf has smelled tracks of the women and a stinky person. A stinky man.
Sneaky.
Earlier in there, when I was in the inn earlier, a young rat-faced man was burning holes through the back of my head.
Yeah, and you noticed he did have a foul odor about him.
He did not. He has not bathed since he was born. He probably still covers his mother's stink upon him.
Now,
But-
Doc, is that true? Is it because the guy did not wash, or is it because his clothes were? Why did he stink? There's many ways to stink.
He was filthy. He was absolutely filthy all the time. Yeah, he looked like Cormac said, probably looked like he's never bathed in his life.
Okay, as opposed to he went places he shouldn't have gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Concerning the time period, aren't we all?
But
Yeah,
it's a
that's
role
true,
playing game.
actually.
No one ever brings that up.
But he's extra sticky.
Yeah.
He doesn't even do the once a month bathing.
Yeah, people occasionally wash.
But
We have a scent. We have a scent, so we can follow it as far as it'll take us. And if it leads towards the castle of the Lord, then that will give us our answer.
Okay, Doc, I have another question. Is it a castle or a manor?
It's a manor house.
A
It's a
manor,
fortified.
not-
It's a fortified manor, but it's not a
Fortified
proper
manor,
castle.
not an outright castle.
Yeah, there's no wall. Although it's on a high crag, so it would be hard to approach.
Yeah, I call everybody to come to a meeting when they are finished with whatever
Okay,
they're up to.
the lieutenants all gather.
I wait for all the player characters
Yep.
to gather.
yeah, and
too,
before that,
so-
I'll like inform like Brother Ainsley that the man, his demeanor, and I saw him talking to the Lord and other stuff. Like, so he has an idea of what my suspicions were before this all happened.
All right, it takes in every word eagerly and appreciatively. Con, are you able to send your eagle friend to the north, back to the Lord's Manor to see if anything is unusual?
I can. I will do that now. And I send my eagle to go scout ahead.
Okay, it doesn't take them long flying to get there. The house
That's
seems
what I thought.
you don't see anybody around outside. You just see the big manor up on top of the tall crag.
Can I see any fresh wagon tracks around the manor or leading into the manor?
You see there are wagon tracks that lead to this building here. They look like they went outside.
That's definitely not a castle.
All right. I tell them what I see once I get out of my trance.
Okay, so do our characters see you fall into a trance and then come out of it?
Yeah, like you just see my eyes roll in the back of my head.
Oh.
And
Okay,
Yeah.
Brother Ainsley has his back 100%. He's make certain nothing happens to him while he's in this trance.
Cormac is very intrigued.
Then after we get the summons, we'll go to Sir Giuliani's.
Okay, so you guys all gather up.
Yeah, including Boyden.
Yes.
Yeah, everybody's there. The soldiers are all like gathered around. Everybody wants to know what's going on.
I want to first talk to the lieutenants and the officers. I want to tell them, listen. Actually, no, sorry, I shouldn't do that. I say, listen, very simple. Where there is fire, there is smoke. We are going north. We are laying seeds to this asshole's manor. We are retrieving Brega, and we're taking everything that's not nailed to the floor, and even that we will take. Are you ready?
Agreed.
let's go.
I'll be with them.
I'm gonna tell the people at the inns and to tell everybody else in the town, when you go to sleep, lock your damn doors.
Thank you.
Actually, I try to do something else. I try to gather an audience with the town people, and I try to get and I give them a rousing speech as to how this Lord Renton is practices witchcraft and kidnaps people, and that their daughters are next if they don't follow us and exact vengeance upon this creature.
Okay, give me a leadership roll.
How about the two royal guards up north? Yeah, so they have family out here. Hey,
12.
Oh, nice. Yeah. We've never trusted him. He's a foul bloke, and that horse. They most of them want to come along as well. The royal guards say they need to man their post, but
I asked
So
one
they
of
can't
the royal
come.
guards is how many does he employ mercenaries? This lord.
We've seen him come. He's always been alone.
Did you guys fall asleep on duty?
Yes, sir. We don't know what came over. That's not something that happens normally, but yes, I did. It's like I just passed out.
That is precisely what happened. It was not your fault. Your soldierly honor should remain intact.
Don't let it happen again.
No, sir. No, sir. Never again. Didn't touch a drop all day, I swear.
Exceptional circumstances this time. Let's go!
Okay, you start rolling up north.
Cormac would say to the innkeeper, "Well, the Southron has decided to sign the suicide note for your serving girl. But
Thank you.
We'll bring back her body. No. It's coming.
We've got to stop this. This has to end.
I'm just going to stop it.
Brother Ainsley approaches Sir Giuliani. Sir,
See,
you realize by storming the manor you are consigning the women to death.
no,
You don't think you'll hear us coming.
this is the only. No, listen. This is the only. If the only thing that's gonna work is pressure. We do not negotiate. They have the upper hand. If they give them away, they can leave. Maybe. If they do not cooperate, they are absolutely dead.
My question,
No question.
is our purpose to save their lives or to destroy the manor?
Well, the way I see it, the only way to save their lives is to threaten this guy with something he is much more afraid. He is much more afraid of, and appealing to his humanity is not a solution. Do you
I
understand?
fully agree, as we have faced people without humanity ourselves. I would recommend a third solution, one that helped us very well when your predecessor was still active. How about a small band of us stealthily go into the manor and find the ladies ourselves? And if that fails, then burn the manor to the ground.
No. Listen. The main force is a distraction. They are gonna be there. They are gonna lay siege. They are gonna make him very, 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 very afraid. And as they are distracted by what's going on in the front, an elite group goes back and does the job. So, that is the anvil. We are the
But
hammer.
we'll be on alert the
Understand?
entire time when the loud anvil strike.
No, we'll be quiet. They will be silent. They are loud. We are silent.
I have to agree with Francisco just because of the fact that Khan has mentioned before as a hawk or
eagle.
This guy has really, really good eyesight.
He has good eyesight, but he's only one person. If we have a chance at saving their lives, stealth is the way.
Look, plan is simple. Main force scares them off, tuck into negotiations, tuck into scaring them. Some distraction. We go inside, do the job.
I understand. I pray for their souls nonetheless. And Doc,
listen,
Brother Ainsley gets on his knees and prays to Jesus right there.
Listen, I know that I pray with him.
They're dead.
I don't know what praying is supposed to look like. And I tell him, listen, I know this is very difficult, but this is a military operation, and we cannot put the safety of 3 people above the schedule and success of an entire company. Difficult, but what can you do?
You can save one of our oldest ravens and keep alive all the people that she's kept alive for us, even before we.
Well, if how many people need to die in order to save them? No, really, because tell me, because in your mind it's like, oh no,
it is
you're putting in danger many people for one.
It is anything.
As you guys are having this argument, you notice the wind kicks up very heavily. It starts to rain. There's a howling, the wind, and it's unnaturally fast. Things are blowing everywhere. People are looking around like, where the hell did this come from? And you can swear you hear on the wind. And that is where we will end it for the evening.
And Brother Ainsley looks right at Giuliani. Like, did you hear that?
Oh, this is normal weather.
Did you hear that? Everyone else heard that.
Eh?
Yeah, Brother
Yeah, so fine. So some guy has like a and stuff like that sound. Big deal. And besides, this is what normal weather is like in England, you know.
Normal weather.
That's
Normal
actually
weather
true.
laughs
England,
at you.
no,
Laughs
that's just
at you. Yeah, guys.
I'm not kidding. I was walking on Friday, and it was really sunny, and out of nowhere it just started
And laughing
hailing
at you.
for no reason. Well, it wasn't a concert.
I'm being silly. No, I think the lives
Yeah, I
of Gwendolyn and Brigitte are forfeit if we do this.
Well,
Maybe.
I have my own opinion, but I'll wait for off stream.
Okay, so we're
I mean, maybe, but this is what the
okay.
characters.
So we're
are
going to
doing.
take this offline now. Everybody who joined us, thank you very, very much, and we'll pick this up again in 2 weeks, which will be the 22nd.
Woo!
Same time, same bat channel.
Bad channel. This is not a bad channel. Todd. This is fun.
That was a hint.
Can we-
See everybody later.
And congrats again on his book. It's out. Go get it. It's fun.
Oh yes,
Go get it.
yes, the game is out.
Yes.
Available on Amazon and drive-through.
better get yours, see?
Go get it, or you'll have British weather with bad laughing.
Gypsy
Yes.
curses all around for those
Nice
who failed
one,
to
Leo.
buy.